Hello everybody and welcome to a very special episode of Controllers and Coffee. It's episode 10. We've been away for a couple of weeks, but we're back and we've got lots to cover today. Sony just had their big showcase, so we're just going to be talking about that for the next hour or so. With me, as always, is Kat Gerritsen. Hello, Kat.
Hello.
How excited are you right now?
So excited. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. Well, let's get straight into it. I think, all right, let's start with prices, because that was the last thing they showed, but I think it's worth talking
Almost
about.
the last.
Almost the last, yes, we'll get to that.
Almost the last.
So, PS5 Disc Edition is coming in at $499 US, €499 for 49 British pounds and 49,980 yen and 749 Australian dollars. And digital version coming in at $399, $399, $359, which is weird, and 39,980 and $599 Australian, which is I think we'll get to that. But
We will.
are you surprised at all by the pricing or anything like that? Because I'm not. I think this is pretty obvious.
Not at all. There was a slight glimmer of hope inside that they would try to undercut Xbox so that I could pay only 700 Australian dollars, but I can pop on another 50. Like, I'm already paying 700. What's another 50 gonna do for me? Like,
Exactly.
I'm good, but I'm just so excited that it's on its way.
It's happening. And it will be weird launch date thing going on. So launching in US, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and South Korea on November the 12th, which by all, as far as I can see, is actually launching here on the 12th, which means we do get it a day. There's one benefit to living in the future, and that's we get shit about, I don't know, 12, 15 hours
12 hours ahead.
Then the rest of the world, which you mentioned in our message
Little
conversation,
pre-chat.
that including the UK, don't get it until the 19th, so another 7 days. But
I don't know if you also noticed that China doesn't have a release date.
I did see that at the bottom.
Tiny little text down the bottom is to be decided. Ongoing conversations. No idea what that's about, but.
And I think they also said that PS Plus isn't available in China or something like that when they did that PS Plus thing, which we'll talk about. Yeah. So coming 2 days after the Series X and the Series S, what a week that is going to be. Oh my God.
So good. I'm so excited.
And Kat, congratulations. You've
Thank
already
you so much.
pre-ordered. You've already pre-ordered yours.
I have indeed. Although, I wish I could order through EB because they are a deposit $200 and you get it. I have to order through JB because when my previous console died, they reimbursed me in a gift card, so I can get $500 was what they reimbursed me, so I can put that towards the new console. But they only have a pre-order to go onto a waiting list.
Is that what you were talking about? Okay.
Yeah. So you pre-order, you pay your $50 instead of the $200, and then they message you closer to the release date and tell you to finish paying it, or if you will be getting it at launch, sort of thing, which I can deal with. I mean, as we know, November is already chock-a-blocker full of Cyberpunk. So if I don't get my console until after Cyberpunk, I'm not going to sweat, because Cyberpunk is when my holidays start. So I don't necessarily need the PS5 until then. So, but I'm getting it, and $50 is down.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's down, baby.
I am yet to pre-order one because I don't know if I'm going to have the money for all of those things come November.
Absolutely.
I need to get a new phone. I'm definitely going to get Series X on day one, but I think, like, for me, that's not too much of a huge deal, because I really only play PlayStation for the exclusives anyway, and
you can wait until there's an exclusive that you want.
Yeah. And I like the biggest one I'm excited for is Deathloop. which is a timed exclusive anyway for a year, but I do want to get it when it comes out, but that's been delayed to 2021 anyway. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think this is super exciting. Everyone, I've been talking to a few people and they're just super stoked. A friend of mine pre-ordered 2 straight away from
Yeah.
Walmart.
Well, I was, as you know, refreshing JB's page all morning. I was like,
Yeah.
because I could see when I googled it, right, it had a page and it was like PS4 consoles and PS5 pre-order. But when you load it in, it was just PSVR and a PS4 bundle.
Right.
And I was like, I know this is going to be it. So I kept reloading, and about 5 minutes before 9, it loaded in, and I was like, mine. 100% mine. So I hope I'm pretty high on that priority list, but
Yeah.
I don't know. But I can live either way.
I think
I'll be fine.
maybe it's because like they're only saying priority now because they don't.
I think
Maybe
they just don't know how many they're going to get.
yeah. But I would assume like if PlayStation want 11 million units by March, like that is a huge amount, and apparently like the most consoles they would have ever sold in that short period of time. There are rumors that like they're having problems with the CPU or the GPU yield or something like that, but Sony also refuted that. But
Exactly,
I mean, that's a lot of consoles.
I saw that like the problems would result in roughly a 4 million unit decrease.
Yeah, which is still a
But
shitload.
that's still so many more than they've ever had at a launch before. So I'm having my posy vibes. I'm just
Hell yeah.
go on the up and up, and I'm just gonna take the win for now.
Do you think like this? Obviously, when like PS4 and Xbox One came out, like obviously social media and stuff was around, but I feel like it's more ingrained into what we do. So like more people are kind of waiting for this release, and like PS4 has been so successful that people are just like clamoring to get this. Do you think that that means more will sell, especially in like this, I don't know, like shit situation the world is in? People want that like video game escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think also like I think when the PS4 released, there were a lot of adult gamers still. But
yes. Good point.
Gaming is still, still becoming a big thing. Like I saw this Twitter post the other day, and it was like, when did you start gaming? A, B, C, and D. And A was like PlayStation 4. And D, the oldest one, was PlayStation 2 and 360. And it's like, well, I started before that, and I'm only just an adult, Like, so it was still on the rise. So I feel like this time round, there's probably a lot more adults that can afford to get a console when it's released now.
Absolutely.
Like a lot more people in that vibe, in that ecosphere.
Yeah, no, you're spot on. All right, well, enough about that. Let's go through the games.
All right. No, I'm not done.
Okay.
One more.
Okay,
One more.
Go.
What about that discless? Like, is it literally there's no difference apart from the disc for so much money?
Yeah, I know. Like,
so much.
I don't know why.
That better be a good fucking disc drop.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking hell. Like, what? It seems like console makers are so scared to be like, $429 or $479 or something like that. Like, what is it really worth $100 for a disc drive?
But no way. Maybe the best disc drive. Maybe it gets extra cooling around it though, or
I suppose
they have to reorganize components to fit it. Who knows?
True.
But like, even so, even though they're equally powerful, I'm still getting the disc drive version because I'm the fool that pre-orders, and they always come with a disc, and I want to swap my games with people. Like,
I wonder, because like
resale, like you mentioned earlier, so many benefits to discs.
Exactly.
Collections that I can show on my wall.
Exactly, up there. Also, like, I want to be able to put in, like, if I one day go, I really want to play God of War again. I don't want to have to buy a digital version of that game. I want to just pop the disc in there.
And I think there's nothing more
games.
Purely like amazing to me. Like I remember at the start of last year, and it was January, and I was like, okay, I've got God of War. I'm gonna start playing it. cracking that bad boy open,
Yes.
popping the disc in, sitting back on the lounge, like that's just the best
I know.
feeling.
I love it.
You can't surpass that. I don't want no fucking digital shit. And digital games in Australia especially cost
Yes.
$30,
Yes.
$40 more than a disc version.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Potentially
immediately
40
saving money.
fucking dollars. Exactly. And
Right, like
it's madness. Um
I'll pay the
Also,
extra upfront.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to save you way more in the long run. Like with also, Sony have said apparently this morning that their next gen versions of games will be more expensive, which sucks. But that means, $109 here potentially on a digital store, but they're still going to be like 79, 89 bucks for physical because they're never full price when they launch. So I just think disc is definitely the way to go, and pay the extra 100 up front.
Because especially the way it works here is like I could buy it on the PlayStation Store for $119, or I could go down to my local shopping center and get a pre-order special edition for $119 with all this extra gaff. Like, as if I'm not doing that. Get fucked.
I think we'll see more games doing the whole
I want more maps.
doing the whole digital code inside of a special edition though. Like some games already do it, and but I don't like that. I'd prefer to get a disc, but I think we'll see it more and more. But
yeah, I'd prefer to get a disc, but it still will be cheaper if I pop on down to the shops and buy the digital code.
Exactly. I know it makes.
I'm gonna waste petrol, but it'll be fine.
Digital is a weird one.
It is weird.
Okay. Oh, one more thing about price. I'm cutting myself off now.
Come back around.
Okay, so we were talking about this before as well. $299 for the Series S. In Australia, $499. $399 for the PS5 digital edition, so $100 more. Over here, $599. So it's also $100 more. This conversion doesn't make sense. And we worked it out. The Series S really should be $449 Australian.
Yeah.
And the PS5 digital should be $599. I just think that's weird that there's that disparity with GST, but it doesn't add up for that one. It does for the $749 for the Series X, but
but the Series X, the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation discless are all in the same bundle because the discless, like it transfers to I think $546 or something. So add GST.
Yeah, so we're really getting a little bit of a good deal there. Same with the other one.
Exactly, but then the Series S, they're just like, oh, we're losing a bit of money. Let's just jack up those fucking dickheads over in Australia. Just get a few extra pennies out of them. That'll soften the blow. Like, what the fuck?
And it probably means fewer people will, should I say more people will see the $599 and be like, oh, I'll just get that instead. It's $100 more. Rather than, I know it's only $50 difference, but for someone that might be the difference between purchasing the Series S for $449, or purchasing the new, like the digital PlayStation for $599, they might be like, oh, it's only $100 difference. Whereas if it is $449, it's like, oh, $150, okay.
Exactly, especially given that the discless PS5 is, the power of
it's the exact
PS. It's the big power, like. If anyone's in that middle ground, that's the perfect spot to just fucking whoop in. Like, exactly. Yeah. Wild.
Yeah. But yeah, very cool. Good, like decent pricing, kind of what I expected. It's an expensive disc drive, but I mean, cool.
I'll take it.
They're probably
cheaper in the long run.
Losing less money, by doing it that way or something like that.
I'm happy to support my console creators. Like, I need that to play my video games. I'll give you a little bit more cashola.
Exactly. And that's a perfect segue into the games they showed, which started off with a pretty tasty little trailer for a game that kind of leaked in advance, but you were very excited about before. Final Fantasy 16.
I love me Final Fantasy.
Oh boy. With their
the setting's a bit wild.
British accents and
sort of like old-timey designs as opposed to the more I guess it's more futuristic old-timey that they normally go for, but it looked very like ye old Englando.
Yeah, because I don't know. I was watching the stream and it was pretty poor quality, but like the town they were in kind of did look quite old.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But then when they went out into the wilderness, which is my favorite part,
Hell
it
yeah.
looked fab. And I was like, absolutely, I'm in.
Some of those
Absolutely.
monsters, those creatures were amazing.
It looks so good. I just love Final Fantasy. I don't know why, but I just cannot get enough of it. Like, which is weird because I haven't played Final Fantasy VII yet, but
Oh,
if
you love it. It's so good.
the time will come where I have the time to do it and I will lose my mind. But you know what I thought was really interesting was that they started off the whole stream with Final Fantasy 16.
Yes.
But they started the whole stream with a little screen grab
Yes.
that said, "This is a PC emulating PS5 performance."
Yes.
Weird. Why would
think-
you lead with that?
I think that's because so after that they can say everything you see from here on out is from PS5.
Yeah, yeah.
So like they like to make, and they've done it with both their things this year. They like to make that distinction. In the previous showcase, they had GTA 5, and it just was GTA 5, and then the rest was like everything you see from here is running on PS5 or captured from PS5.
Yeah, I think the distinction's good to make. I just think it's why didn't you just capture it on PS5 though?
It's probably not ready.
It's not ready. It's not ready.
Yeah,
I know why, but I wish it was. You know,
Yes,
so it's a weird way to start off your. I get why they did it, but it's interesting.
Interestingly, it's funny that Sony. There's so much to cover here around like Sony's, for one, sneaky marketing, but also like change of kind of business practices, because Final Fantasy is also coming to PC. As far as I got from that trailer. So an exclusive title, which again didn't, like, when Microsoft have a timed exclusive, they call it a launch exclusive, a console launch exclusive, which means later on it will come to other consoles that we're not going to mention in our showcase, which, yeah, fair enough. You don't mention Sony.
They mentioned console exclusive a bit in the Sony,
but they just said
as well,
PlayStation exclusive also coming to PC. They didn't say, like, they didn't have a wording for it, but I would be very surprised if Final Fantasy 16 is PS5 and PC only. But I mean, it's, it's Square Enix.
I just don't know if they'll pump at the same time. You know, like Final Fantasy, they've been moving them into PC, but like 15 took so long to get across to PC.
Really?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to drop it on console first again, and then over to PC.
And I wonder if it will, will PC come at the same time as Xbox? If it does, or will? Yeah, it's weird. It is weird.
It's weird, but I'm keen.
Yeah, absolutely. I did pull up an article about it, but it literally.
I have to blind myself. There you go.
From the establishment of an all-new development environment to learning the ins and outs of the PS5, the team and I have taken on countless challenges to bring you the 16th chapter of the storied Final Fantasy series. Although we're pouring our hearts and souls into this project, it still may be some time before we can get it into your hands. However, I promise it will be worth the wait. I think my dog wants to come in. Bear with me 1 second.
Look at the front. Damn, what a promo. What a promo for the Secret Lab chair.
This show is sponsored by Secret Lab. Not
I
really.
wish.
Hit me up, Secret Lab.
Anyways, I did look it up. So Final Fantasy 15 came out in 2016 on console, but 2018 on PC.
Wow. Okay. Fucking hell, that's a long time.
So quite a difference. So I wonder how it will be now. For 16, although they are pushing quite a bit into the PC zone, like they're releasing more and more and more.
Yeah, which is, I think it's good. Like, I've never thought that was a bad practice of Xboxes to...
Neither. I love it.
To launch alongside PC. Like, it gives you a choice where you want to play, but,
exactly.
There are negative opinions that we see on the internet, and for some reason they're the loudest ones, but... I
don't know why people do this.
Yeah, I know. It's like the uproar. Well, uproar. I say uproar, but it's just fucking idiots. It's like the majority of people are happy about
loud.
it. But like
even this morning,
Horizon and Death Stranding and stuff. Sorry, go.
This morning I saw exactly like in the screenshot you sent me, people being like, Xbox has the biggest exclusive list now, PlayStation sucks, blah 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 blah, blah for launch, and it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. But also, those games are not coming out for a few years yet. A lot of
Exactly.
those
Yeah.
games, like,
Also, like,
just be happy. Just enjoy the games you got when they come out. Like, it doesn't matter if they're exclusive or not.
no.
Just have fun.
Even the
It's what
PS4
you're
didn't
going
have
for.
that great launch titles, but look what came down the line. Like,
Bloodborne. That's when I got mine. Boom.
Yeah.
Straight in.
I got mine at God of War, so it's like, fucking hell,
Nice.
I waited 5 years. But, like, I just, you know, if anyone is coming here watching this channel previously, they probably know that we're not, you know, we
We're not the
may have
warring
our,
type.
we may have exactly, we may have our preferred platforms. I spend most of my time playing on Xbox. Most of my videos are based around Xbox, but it doesn't mean I just hate on PlayStation. I just hate the warring factions. It's just like, yeah, but I mean, I'll have a PS5 at some point anyway. Why do I care? I'll get
I'm a
to play
lover
these
of video
games.
games, not a
Exactly.
fighter of video
Exactly.
games.
Fucking hell. Okay, back to, let's get back
To
to
the games.
to the positivity. Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales, got
Looks
its
so
first
good.
gameplay. It looks really cool. I really like Spider-Man, and I really like some Spider-Man games I've played, but I just am not that excited about the new Spider-Man games. Don't know why. They're great, as everyone
Actually,
says.
because
But
like the older Spider-Man games were my jam. I love to play them, and I love Spider-Man. But I wasn't too excited for the new one. I did play it, and I'm not too excited for Miles either. But man, did it fucking look good! It looks so good.
It did look really good. He seems to have some really cool abilities and stuff too, which is awesome. I love that they've kind of taken the same city and stuff and made it into a new game. It's going to be only $50, which is still almost full price.
When he did the bridge hold just like Spider-Man
cool.
in the movie.
Yeah.
Fucking fully sick.
He's a tough boy. That is releasing holiday 2020. Now, they didn't say the release date, but I don't know if that's because they hadn't announced the release date yet, or if because it doesn't have a release date yet, it's still, you know, yet to be seen. But because like they're not going to say the 12th of November on PS5 when they haven't announced the release date of the console yet. Yeah. What is really interesting though, and again, a practice I think is good if they can do it, and it's something that Xbox have been talking about since they announced Project Project Scarlet. I'm looking at my console here. That Miles Morales is coming to PS4 as well. So it's a cross-generational game.
Horizon's the next Horizon.
So is Horizon, which like, I'm sorry,
sick.
but like,
which again,
that is some
the
cheeky
people hated on.
fucking marketing on Sony's behalf. That is some naughty boy behavior.
Fucking the console wars again up in arms over that. They're like, there's no reason to get a PS5 if you can play it on the PlayStation 4 too. Fuck off.
Or like, oh, they shouldn't be doing this. It's holding back games. Well, they're the game developers. If they can, if they're making it and then able to scale it back for the previous gen, what's to complain about? What is like? I'm not a game developer, so I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh, the game design is going to be held back by the PS4 or the Xbox One or the Series S. I don't know. I'm going to let the people who, for one, make the consoles, the hardware engineers who design it, and then the people who make the games be the ones who decide if it can or can't run on the previous gen. Like, fucking hell. Jesus.
But you don't know shit about the differences between the two. Like,
yeah.
Fuck off. Get out of here.
And this is another area where Microsoft's marketing of smart delivery now comes into its own, because it's like PlayStation don't have a term for that yet.
Yeah, you're right.
But like they have said in the article on the PlayStation blog that we know that some of you may transition to PS5 at different times, which is why it was important to us to release the latest title in the Marvel's Spider-Man universe on both consoles. The standard edition will be available digitally on the PlayStation Store or physically at your local retailer for $49.99. Miles Morales also supports a next-gen upgrade path. Hate that term, upgrade path. So video game company. So even if you aren't ready to upgrade to PS5 just yet, there is nothing stopping you from buying the PS4 version and enjoying the game alongside everyone else at launch. While it doesn't have the enhancements made possible by the console in the PS5 version, the game still looks beautiful on PS4 and PS4 Pro, so you can rest easy when you do make the jump to PS5. The game comes with you. And they're releasing an Ultimate Edition that has, like a PS5 Ultimate Edition that has Spider-Man remastered. But it doesn't look like... So, I'm guessing Spider-Man PS4 doesn't have free upgrade to Spider-Man on PS5, but Miles Morales does. So, like, the remastered Spider-Man game will be a purchase on the PS5. So, if they had, and I don't know, like, it's just a marketing term, but, like, saying, like, this has smart delivery. It's so easy to go, oh, cool, I can play that on both consoles.
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, play anywhere. Oh, I can buy it on PC and play it on Xbox. Like, I think that as much as they are, like, marketing terms, I think they work really well to inform the customer of the obvious, like, thing, whereas it's like that's on the PlayStation 5 PlayStation blog. Not everyone's going to go look at that, and then they're going to pick up a game for PS4 and be like, oh, like, does this, I'm going to get the free upgrade because they're different cases now, whereas like Xbox are kind of the same case, just with a different logo on it. So
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the terminology is weird. Upgrade path though.
Get a different one, not upgrade path.
But yes, it does look very good. It looks very, very Spider-Man.
Yeah, when he's on the bridge and he's rescuing that dude from the bus, and he like runs in the bus and breaks out the back of it, he just fucking bodies that dude into the back glass of the bus. That poor guy. It's like, thank you. It's just shattered glass all through his spine. Like, Jesus, Miles, calm down.
That's so funny. The aftermath is just like these people just all fucked up.
But it did look super sick.
It does,
and I like Tinkerer. It was cool as well.
Is that
the bad
with the purple mask thing? Aha! There you go. Shows what I know. Not a lot. All right. This next one is probably the biggest surprise of the entire show. Totally not expecting this. Would have expected it at Warner Brothers thing, like the DC thing, but Hogwarts Legacy.
What weird. Why is this happening now? Like,
well, when was it leaked, or like gameplay footage or something from like a focus group was leaked like 2 years ago, and it got pulled off the internet like straight away, and any video that had it, it like they got a DMCA strike and stuff like that. And
not
now
everything stays on the internet.
Apparently not, right?
If you got enough money, you can save yourself.
Maybe the dark web though. But yeah, this looks kind of cool. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter, but I don't know. I
mean, it does look interesting. If it was a game set in a magical school, and you could go out into, like, you train up and then you go out into the wilderness, and it just wasn't Harry Potter, I'd be so down. I'm just not really into Harry Potter at all. Like,
sure, yeah.
I don't really want to do all that shit. Can't you just call the name something else? Like, I get it. I get why it's a huge pull, but there's also heaps of controversy around Harry Potter right now with fucking JK's shart opinions. Like, I don't know how far that will travel, but like, I know creators that have stopped selling or making fan art or doing anything like that to do with the Harry Potter side, because I just don't want to support her and her views, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. I don't know how far that will carry forward, but it's definitely a tumultuous time for the brand.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I wonder if that will translate into sales at all, or if there will be just a certain group of people who just won't purchase it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? 2021.
I like the idea that, like, I don't know, they seem to go into like a different realm. I was like, how can they have a game just in Hogwarts? It's going to be like pretty limited, but then they're like go through these fucking portals and they're in some crazy forest.
Like explore the world.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Black Ops Cold War got another gameplay thing. I have zero interest in this.
It's $109 as well. So
fuck what?
What? Yeah, I'm not paying $109 for that. I'm sorry for anyone who's super keen on that, but that ain't my jam, so I'm not spending $100 on that. Dropping $100s left and right recently.
Oh,
like,
dude. I was thinking the other day, like,
$100's big money. That's
when the
big,
series,
big
yeah, greenbacks, baby. When the Series X comes out, I'm like, I kind of want to like buy a second controller on launch day, even though I don't need them. I don't need to do that. I've got so many Xbox One controllers and they all work. But I want to get like the Seagate expansion drive just so I have it. And probably a game or two here. And it's like, damn, it's going to be expensive.
Hey, yo, it's going to be an expensive month, dude. Like,
fuck.
I'm going to get so much Cyberpunk merch too. Like,
oh my God, I'm still waiting for all the things I pre-ordered to actually come in. Like, they haven't released yet. And I'm like, oh God, if they all come out at the same time, I'm gonna
go into the store, and you know how they're selling pins, but it's like a grab bag, like you don't know what you're gonna get in it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be in the store, feeling them all up, like, yeah, this one's the samurai logo. Pop that one in the bag. This one's the one. Man, I'm gonna spend so much money. Woo!
We are the worst. It's just consumers, like video game consumers.
I am a consumer. That's me. That's all I am for this world.
Give me all the things.
Give me stuff. But Black Ops has an alpha this weekend.
Yes, for PlayStation only. Yeah.
Yeah, so the 18th to the 20th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very cool for people who are interested.
Yeah.
Pop on in.
Absolutely. Resident Evil 8 Village, or Village 8 Resident Evil, depending on how you read it.
Yeah.
8 Village Resident Evil.
Yeah. Eightage.
Looks real creepy. I'm okay. I think I'll pass on that one.
I'll pass on it also. And we knew it was coming. Like, nothing much. They didn't really show much there at all. They're like, here's a reel. Moving on. It was really quick.
World building.
Yeah.
It was so gross. Okay, then Deathloop was shown again. I really love these trailers. I really, really love the idea of this game. I don't like it. Fully reminds me of the targets that you're taking down in Dishonored. Obviously, it's made by Arcane. The combat is super similar, but I just love the idea of like what you do in your run can change like where someone is or the outcome of that, and like, that's so exciting.
It looks so good. I love every Deathloop, like everything they show of it. I'm just like,
that like.
Then I forget about it, and then I see it again next time, like,
yeah. That I don't know, what's that vibe like? 60s?
Sorta, yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. Like, it's just such great like art direction, and oh fucking hell, that game's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, 2021.
Yes. And it says exclusively to PS5 and PC. Again.
And it's in Q2, isn't it?
Yes, Q2. Yeah. So I don't know, I'd say, what's that? Probably May or something like that.
Yeah, April.
Yeah. I
feel lucky.
That's cool though. That's really exciting. DMC5 is getting a special edition, which this is another
available
one
at launch.
Is available at launch. Another thing that like, come on, Capcom, do free upgrade. Don't like, I don't know. It just seems. This is a big ass company, right? Like,
it is. Capcom's huge. They had a few things in this show.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. I don't know. I think obviously it costs money to do development, but like, come on, Capcom, do that smart delivery goodness.
Apparently even just like a discount if you already own it. Like,
yeah, I wonder if this would be one worth looking up. Actually, let's do that right now. Because like Control, obviously, there's been a lot of controversy about their free upgrade path. Well, is only for the Ultimate Edition, and then they accidentally changed everyone's games to the Ultimate Edition instead of the version on PS4, and then they took it back, and like they're saying that they can't upgrade people. So it's very strange. But with this, I wonder if they'll have I wonder if they'll have a cheap upgrade, $20 or something like that. I think is fair, but like making you buy the game again to get the special edition version is a bit of a dick move. Yeah, okay. And there is a new player, so it is Virgil. I was wondering about that. I think he's going to be the next playable character. But I don't know. There's so much shit here. Players have the choice to turn on ray tracing and prioritize resolution, 4K 30, or frame rate, 1080p 60. That's cool with ray tracing. Damn, the ray tracing in the trailer looked really cool when they showed the ground at the start with the puddles. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Love me some puddle.
Oh, so they can also play the game at frame rates of up to 120 FPS, which is enabled when players turn on high frame rate mode. If you have a display at 100 that can go to 120 frames, that's cool. I don't know. This is a huge write up, so I'm not going to bother trying to go through all of that. But it'll be interesting to see if it does have an upgrade path. For people who own the current game to just buy it again, like to not have to buy it again.
Pay $30. Cool. I think 30 is dealable.
Absolutely.
20 would be nice, but 30 is dealable.
Because that came out in 2018?
Maybe a while ago.
Fuck, I can't remember now.
I don't even remember the start of this year, dude. Like,
I know the before times.
Yeah,
feels so far away.
I'll never return.
Oddworld Soulstorm got a new trailer as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm interested in this at all.
No, I don't know. I played Oddworld when I was a kid, but I don't know if I'm misremembering, but it wasn't like a side scrolling platformer.
Yeah, Odyssey was.
It was?
Yeah. Abe's Odyssey was, and you're like helping your little friends get free of the place.
I thought there was one that was more like a 3D.
Yeah, there is. That might be like, what's the second one? Munch's Odyssey, and then like another one after that.
Yeah.
I never played them, but there is a 3D one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that I played. So, but I loved it as a kid. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what, because it doesn't have a release date. Who knows what's happening at that time? I might.
Yeah.
I might.
The next one, I have no history with this game at all.
FNAF.
I don't know what it was called.
Security Breach.
Security Breach. Yeah.
I knew it was it straight away after that fucking robot voice, and I was like, this is FNAF. This is it. And as he zoomed out and I saw that crocodile and then I saw the bear and I was like, fucking FNAF. Fucking FNAF. I'm not playing that.
Have you played the
other
ones?
ones?
I've never touched them.
I don't know. If I played any, it would have been the first one, but not enough that it like sticks in my memory. But I have watched all of them. I love watching people get scared from games, even though I myself am a baby and am scared from games. But I love to watch it, so I'll watch it a lot. But I'm not gonna play it. I'm interested because I do enjoy the large general lore around it.
Yeah.
And what people are trying to piece together. So I am interested in seeing where it fits in because it is very different. But we'll see. We'll see. Also, no release date on that one, or release. Window.
True. Sorry, I'm just looking because the next game I think you're gonna be very excited about, and it looks bloody good.
It's even better than the last time I saw it.
Yeah, and they showed
somehow
quite an extended bit of gameplay, ending with death, of course.
Yes, of course. I did think the gameplay was very interesting. Wait, Demon Souls. Demon Souls. I did think the gameplay was very interesting because he just one-shot everything, even the Blue-Eyed Knights, which I personally remember as being quite difficult.
Yeah.
And definitely not one-shottable. So I'm interested to see how that goes. But the areas are so recognizable. Every shot they went into, I was like, I know exactly where this is, bro. Like, this is so good. And I remember last time when I went away from seeing it, I thought that it looked very cartoony in style
Mm,
compared to what the Souls normally look like. But I think this looked way better than it did last time and less cartoony. I don't know if anything changed or if just my perception of life has changed. So we'll see. But it looked so good. I'm so excited for that one.
does look incredible. Um, I was just looking up. So you know how there was that thing that said like at the end of the trailer that it was coming to other consoles later and
Yeah.
PC. Well,
Yeah.
apparently that was a mistake, and they removed that trailer, and it is PS5 only. It's like, how did they fuck that up? Seriously, who
Did
doesn't?
they,
Or is that like they don't want to say it?
yeah, do they not want to say it? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, I guess if it's PS5 only, I'll play it on PS5. But if it was going to
Yes.
PC, I would get it on PC to play with the people that I normally play Souls with because
Yes.
they play it on PC. But I played Demon Souls all by my lonesome on PlayStation, so it's no different.
And it
I
is
just have more skills now.
it even though it didn't have a launch date in the trailer from the showcase. Apparently, it will be available day and date with the console. So that's
Really?
yeah. I
I've
just read
changed
that.
my mind. I need my pre-order on time, baby. I need it. I need it day one. I love that game so much. And when I played it way after it came out. Like I was so slow to the game. But they have unlike in Dark Souls, in Demon Souls, they have world states where your actions can put you into like a dark world state or a light world
Ooh,
state.
cool.
And those world states will open up extra areas that you can't get to. And like it's so hard to get into either the white or the black state, and normally you need like other people to be able to help you into those states. So I couldn't ever do that. There was only one time when I played Demon Souls that I got a friend, and that was because a YouTube community, they do like a go back and play Demon Souls like weekend or week sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I just so happened to be there at the right time, and I only got one person to play with me, and that was it. But like, man, I'm so excited. Day one, fucking baby. Oh yes, I mean, I'm more excited than I have ever been for this now.
That's
Oh boy.
amazing. That is amazing. Love that. Love that. Just level of energy that hit you then. So good. It's like, as someone who doesn't play Souls games, I'm even like, oh, this looks sick. Like that.
Also, like, oh, it was definitely the hardest one that I played
Right.
it after I played Dark Souls 1 and 2, I think. I
Yeah.
played after that. So like I was versed in the gameplay, and it's still so hard. I wonder if it's going to be so hard, or like maybe that guy that they were playing with was over leveled and that's why he's one-shotting everything,
Yeah,
or
true.
what. But I'm just, oh, the hype.
And he got minced by that boss, but it's like
He did.
he was just
Fucking
standing there.
destroyed.
That dude wasn't even rolling. Even I know
he
that.
sucked. He's a shit player.
Don't
Look,
just put
let
up your
me-
shield and hope for the best.
Exactly. Although his shield did like he didn't break his stamina, which I was impressed with. You know, good stamina management. Not he didn't take his fucking shield down at all. No management there. But like, I'm so excited now. I'm so excited.
Yeah, that and Miles Morales. I think are like people are going to be very excited that those two big first party games are coming on launch day. That's a good win.
That's a win for me.
And this one is just PS5, so this is like the true PS5 launch
The true
game exclusive for the console.
Why didn't they do a Demon Souls console? I would have.
Oh,
Oh,
I wonder if like
rotten.
I wonder if the rumors about like the removable side plates will be true, and like
I really hope so.
Ah.
I want a Demon Souls, any Dark Souls or Bloodborne type game that comes out. I want fucking Destiny ones. Like, man, I could never afford to get another console just to get the special
No.
edition. That's never going to be something that I can afford.
But a brand, something like D brand could like make skins for the side, like that'd be sick.
Yeah, especially because it's got the overhang. You could just make like a silicon hook over, although you just have to watch for the fans and stuff like that. But it would
true.
be so much easier. Oh,
Exciting stuff. Now to the most exciting game in the whole thing, Fortnite.
available at launch.
Yeah, who cares? Okay, so the PS Plus collection. This is one worth, what's the word? Deliberating over.
Worth a bit of a yarn.
it gives us a little bit of insight about what's available on backwards compatibility, which they're yet to really talk about at all.
Yeah, open up, please.
But PlayStation Plus members will get a whole selection of games that they can play on launch of the PS5. This is sort of like combating Game Pass in a way. Sort of. Like, it's very different. Some of those games are also on Game Pass. But it's cool. Like, you're getting God of War, you're getting Last of Us Remastered, you're getting Uncharted 4. Bloodborne?
Yeah, Bloodborne's in there.
Bloodborne.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World, Fallout 4.
Ratchet and Clank, Until Dawn.
Yeah, Until Dawn. Yeah. So
Days Gone. Detroit Become Human.
True, yes.
Second Son. Last Guardian. I'm keen on Last Guardian because I wanted to play it, but it just passed me by. So
that's cool. I think it's, PlayStation they do need to have like an answer to Game Pass. Like, as much as PlayStation are just crushing it with sales, like, subscriptions are incredibly popular for a reason, and having that value proposition is, it's going to be a win for players. So
I am definitely, well, especially like, I wonder how much it's going to be, but on PlayStation, you have to buy PlayStation Plus if you want to fucking play with your friends. That's all I want to do. I just want friendship.
Yeah.
So I'm paying for it anyway. May as well chuck in a few extra bucks and get some more games. Like, get out of town. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What a joy. What did they say? It was something like the best exclusives or something. Coming to PlayStation Plus collection.
Yeah.
Love it. I've so many games on PlayStation Plus. So many.
Do you have a couple of questions? Well, one question from Scopic, friend of the show, who says, in relation to this PlayStation Plus thing, with PlayStation announcing the PS Plus collection, do you think this is something we will see more of to combat Game Pass? And I absolutely think so.
I don't think they'll be popping things like miles on it for a while.
No.
Was
Spider-Man on it?
They didn't mention it.
No.
But I would imagine it would. It fits with that lineup.
I wonder if it's because they want people to buy the remastered version as well.
Yeah, maybe it's too new still. It's too new. Yeah, maybe it's just like once it hits 2 years or something, 3 years, they just like pop it in.
Yeah, which is cool.
Why not? I hope that they do.
So Horizon Zero Dawn wasn't in there, or was it?
Or was it? I don't know.
Sorry,
I don't know.
You were saying you hope that what?
I hope that. I don't mind the way that PlayStation Plus works now, where you have to be paying for that month to get 2 or however many more free games, and then when you stop paying, you won't get the new free games, sort of thing.
Yeah,
I like that. That's fine, and it can make them. It makes it easier to put really different games in there, knowing that people can only access it for a month and they get it forever for free. And then they continue to have to pay for it, as opposed to something like Game Pass, where when you put a game on it, it's on there for so long that a large audience will potentially not buy that game in the future, which doesn't really correlate to sales, really. But I can see where the thought process comes from on that side, and I don't mind it. But I think they need to. I don't know what they will want to put on. Like, the exclusives is their main grab, so maybe they'll start putting on some of their indies or some of the games that aren't exclusive to the console. Who knows? Not me.
Because like Fallout 4, Monster Hunter World, like, those games aren't exclusive. They're also Monster Hunter's. Well, actually, I think Monster Hunter's just left Game Pass, but it was there for like a year. Fallout 4. Not exclusive, but they seem to have this partnership with Bethesda going on with Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. So maybe they'll do more stuff like that. I absolutely think that they will have to do more to try and combat Game Pass, and I think that's awesome for the
gamers.
For gamers, right? Like,
it's good for the consumer.
Also, it's like what you're saying about games on Game Pass. Like, they do eventually leave as well. Most of the time, some games are on there like since day one and they're still there. Also, all Xbox first party games are always there.
I just don't feel like Sony's going to put their first party. Like, I think
Not at
Xbox is
launch.
doing an amazing thing by putting them at launch straight onto Game Pass. Like, that's fucking spectacular.
Yeah,
But
but
I don't
Sony don't
see
need to
Sony
do
doing
it.
that at all.
No,
That's a big no-no.
when they're selling like what 16 million units of Spider-Man or
Yeah,
some shit, they don't need to do that. But I think they need to do more,
something.
like more stuff like this to kind of attract people to their service, because like PS Now just
Yeah,
kind of doesn't come into the
that doesn't exist.
equation,
No, doesn't
even
exist at
though
all.
it's got like 800 games, but you never really see anyone talking about it.
It's
And
not available in Australia, is
it's
it?
not available in a lot of countries. No, it's
Yeah,
not in
stupid.
Australia. Mm.
Stupid.
Um, I do have another question that just came in as well from another friend of the show, Grey Aussie Gamer. And
Hell yeah.
Kat, you like this one. Did Demon Souls force you to buy a PS5 like me?
Yes. No. I was already set, but you know now that I want it day one. Now I do not have the allowance that it can come after Cyberpunk. It
No.
must come day one. I need that bad boy. I want it now. I want it past tense. It should have already been here. Like, man, I'm so fucking excited for that game.
I think, like, there's got to be more than just pre-orders, because they have to have, like, Christmas stock at retailers.
Really?
They have to. Like, there's no way they're not going to have, like, pallets upon pallets of the fucking things coming into JB Hi-Fi and EB Games and Big W and whatever, because that is so much money they can make. And there's no way that they're not going to be having, like, pre-orders will come and go like that. But there's got to be...
So you know how much stock you need to send in? Like,
yeah.
fucking...
Plus, what if someone doesn't pre-order and they're like, oh, the PlayStation comes out tomorrow, and they're like a casual, and they go into EB Games and they're like, no, we don't have any, but we have the Xbox. They're going to buy the Xbox, right? Like, or vice versa. Like, if they don't stock enough, it's going to hurt them and get more sales for the other people.
Also really interesting that I thought maybe potentially that week difference, a bit more than a week, whatever it is.
A week, yeah.
Maybe that has like some sort of benefit to them in terms of the pre-orders and knowing what's happening, but it's only a week. Like, at the same time, why have you put a week in? Like, it's only 1 week, and it's weak in terms of finding out what your needs will be, and it's also weak in terms of trying to stop or halt or control the sales or anything like that. I don't understand why it's a week difference. I really don't get it.
Especially when, like...
Especially to the UK.
Yeah.
Like,
especially when countries... I mean, I suppose manufacturing...
On the Pacific Rim.
Going to Australia is probably easier from, like, China or Japan or whatever, but, like... You know, we're at the bottom of the fucking world. Usually we don't get anything first, so...
Yeah, we're last, unless it's a worldwide release when we get it 12 hours first. Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, you're also going to take your hit on your first week sale counts, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
flop
for
over
sure.
that shit. Fucking PlayStation 5 sold 25 million units on the first week. Like, but now... You've got a delay from a significant portion of the world. Like,
yeah, like the majority, because PlayStation's in a lot more countries and territories than Xbox is. So, like, that's a lot of the world that's not getting it. Really, it's like early access for these like 6 or 7 countries, and then everything. It's actually launching on the 19th.
So I better fucking get it. Like, I'll go and pick it up. Or you can bring it here, whatever works. Probably going to pick it up because I don't trust delivery. Because
I want to... EB's is like online only pre-order, but I hope you can pick up in store, because like I don't want it getting delivered. I want to go in on launch day and buy a ridiculous amount of games.
Yes, me too. I don't want to fucking wait for it to be delivered. I don't want to stand at my door being like, please, FedEx guy, don't just drop me that little slip. I know you fucking know.
You dog.
But like, oh my god, it blows my mind. When you order for the JB as well, when you go to pre-order, it says, how would you like it delivered? And there's online, like delivered, pick up, or parcel deliver. no, something else. Like Dropbox deliver. That's what it is.
Right, yeah.
So if you had like a PO box or something like that, or they drop it at like the post office and you go and pick it up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they only let you purchase the pre-order for the digital delivery. So when you have to purchase through that, but then the email comes and it's like, when it's closer, we'll send you a message and tell you how to pay the rest, or ask if you want to pay the rest, and what your delivery method is, like what your preferred delivery method is. My preferred delivery method is I get out of my fucking room, my bed, wake up in the morning, and I go and grab it out of your stupid hands. Like, give me that shit.
Yeah.
Don't you dare give that to the delivery man.
And I usually am all about online ordering and just getting it delivered. But nah, if there's a fucking new console coming out, I'm going in store. I'm gonna buy peripherals and fucking shit I don't need, and I just want to just like enjoy.
I have so much garbage I don't need.
Exactly. Enjoy.
Hey, what day is the 12th? What day is it?
It's a Thursday.
Oh, yuck.
Yuck.
Ugh. Yucky.
Yeah,
I have to work on Thursdays. Ugh. It is a Thursday, but it's also a payday. What a joy!
Oh,
what
yes.
a joy!
Hell
I was
yes.
spending all my pay. Woo! Heck yeah, baby! Fuck
shit.
yeah! It's actually really good because no matter what time I work on that Thursday, I'll be able to pick it up either side somewhere.
True.
What a joy!
Oh man, so exciting, so exciting! I've never been so excited for the launch of a console. I bought the Xbox One X on launch day, but I didn't buy the Xbox One until like a year later. PlayStation.
The Xbox One came out.
Sorry.
How old were you in the PlayStation when the Xbox Ones came out? Sorry.
What year is it? 25.
Okay.
I was 25.
25.
Yeah.
Alrighty. When did the PlayStation 4 come out?
2013.
2013. So I was 18 and I had no money. So
I was 25 and I had no money, so
same position. It's a few years out. I was like, I wanted it, but I wasn't hyped for it because I knew I wasn't going to be getting one. Saving up for Bloodborne to be able to get it. But this year, I'm going to get it.
Also, I didn't want fucking Kinect, so I waited for the Xbox to come out without Kinect.
True.
I was like, fuck that. I'm not paying whatever it was. Fucking $800.
I don't want to fucking Kinect. Yuck. Yucky.
Yeah, so I'm so hyped for console releases. Like I said, I'm not going to get PS5 day one. I mean, that may change. If I go in there on the day to get my Xbox and I'm like,
payday, Elliot. It's payday.
And then I'm like, maybe I will get it 2 days later. You know, I might get it. But it means buying just more games and shit. I don't.
Yeah. And no, I forgot my question. It doesn't even matter.
Well, let's move on to the what did he call it? A last look or first look?
Last look. Last first look.
Last
the
first
tease.
look. For the I'm so hyped for this God of War Ragnarok.
No. I love
Hearing
it.
that music again was just like touches me.
And what did he said? The time is near. That's what I think was the first thing he said. It's like you're fucking really teasing it, aren't you? You little cunt. Like. And then Ragnarok is coming. Like I know. You just said. The time
you just
is near.
said the time's near. God damn it.
God damn it. 2021. I wish they put like a quarter in front of that. Like
that's not far away. Like what if that Ratchet and Clank, Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War all release next year, like, and they all hit release date? Damn, that's a big year. That's a big year, and
I feel like it must be a little further into the year.
Oh, it'd be like fall, like October, November, or something like that.
Yeah, that's how I was thinking, like Q3. Because I feel like if it was earlier, I feel like they'd try and push it real hard to get it out on launch. You know, like that would be the best launch title. They would have pushed it so hard.
Yeah, because it's like Horizon Zero Dawn released in 2017, and that's 2021. God of War released in 2018, and that's also 2021. Like that's not a huge
amount of time
cycle, yeah. But man,
Corey had like 5 games worth of info set out when
True. Yeah.
like he had a plan. Like they knew
Yeah.
what they were doing from the get-go. So that probably helps. My question that I had forgotten before that I now remember. Cyberpunk gets an update, right? On the consoles. They were like, you
Yes.
will get an update. But when is that
They
update?
haven't said. They have just said
Fucking bitches.
it's coming at some point.
Mm.
But I mean, November 19th for the rest of the world, like that's it's a big launch day game for 90% of the country. 90% of the countries in the world.
Yeah. Huge.
If they're like it's coming on the 19th, that's pretty big dick.
That's big dick. I'll get it for my PlayStation 5 if that happens. I 100% will. Like, I'll be playing Demon Souls each night.
Well,
fucking holidays
Cyberpunk
come.
all
Boom.
day.
Cyberpunk all day.
Also, Cyberpunk gets a free upgrade, so like just buy the PS4 version and it is PS5 as well. So
yeah, but we'll see if it doesn't have the update soon. Like the graphics and stuff. I think I'll just get it for PC instead.
Oh, true. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it depends on that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. But I mean, it's backwards compatible and everything anyway. But if you've got PC, it's probably going to look better, depending on your graphics card. But
I got a chunker. Don't worry. 3080's coming out soon too.
I know.
And it's cheap as fuck, dude.
True.
It's so cheap.
Yeah. So, pretty good show. I'm, pretty impressed. The launch lineup for me isn't like blowing my socks off, but damn, it's exciting. For people, for yourself, absolutely. For Demon Souls in particular. Final Fantasy 16, some point, probably in a couple of years.
I know they always announce it so far out. I fucking love them though. Like, bring it out.
I know. Well, Final Fantasy 15 was originally Final Fantasy Versus 13, and they announced it like 10 years before, and it completely changed. And Final Fantasy 17, Final Fantasy 17, Final Fantasy 7 was announced in like the PS3.
Yeah, like, wowie.
Jesus Christ. Settle down, really Square Enix.
They're just showing you the road. They're like, see over there? No, further. Further.
Yeah. See,
a little bit more.
That highway.
And then if you go another few miles, you'll be around the corner from it.
But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was well produced, as they always are. It's good to see they're doing good business practices, like, releasing things on both consoles and releasing things on PC and, doing the PS Plus collection.
So I just, my brain was too hype. I just kept waking up and like, what's the time? Have another nap. What's the time? Man, it's so exciting.
So exciting. But I think that's about it. Anything else you want to add before we go?
So exciting.
So exciting.
That's it. So exciting. I hope all y'all got your pre-orders in, suckers.
I haven't, but I
yeah, but you're not.
I'm
you're
resigned to that. I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone who wants it, I hope and pray that you get your pre-order in.
Oh,
and
on the 22nd.
Hope and pray for me too, like fuckers.
On the 22nd, when Xbox Ones go live, I'll be there refreshing.
Like I was this morning. I was I was refreshing, and there wasn't even a confirmation it was going to go live today. Like they said, Jeff Keighley was like, it might go live tomorrow, and I was like, but what if it goes live today?
And it did.
And I got fucking what?
That's sick. So exciting. So exciting. So we could say that a million more times, but let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, Cam, for joining me for another episode of Controllers and Coffee. And thank you, everybody, for listening or watching this episode as well. Let us know in the YouTube comments what you think of PlayStation's latest showcase. Have you pre-ordered already? Have you got the digital or the disc version? Are you buying some peripherals? What games are you most excited about? Drop that all in the comments below. Find Kat on Twitter at CapCatty. You can see that below her camera there. And also CapCat.works on Instagram, which I always forget to put in the actual video overlay.
That's okay. I'll forgive you.
Thanks. And you can find me at Direckt Gaming as well. And yeah, let's enjoy the lead up to next generation. Because damn, we have some shit to be excited about. So thank you, Kat. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.